So, like I was saying, Ruiner, I barely even... Oh, hi. Hi, everyone. It's me. It's Astrid the Horror Girl, and I'm here to speedrun this video game, Ruiner. This is one of my favorite games in general ever. I love it to death. I adore it. It is so much fun to run. It is probably the most difficult game that I run as well. One of the most technically demanding speedruns that I do. But yeah, I'm excited to get into it. And with me are my wonderful commentators.
Hello, hello. I am bigscared. You might remember me from my run and race against Astrid last night for Alone in the Dark. But I'm here to support her and talk about how great she is and how great this run is.
And hi, I'm sweetpeebs. You might remember me from the run after the Alone in the Dark race last night. And I am also here to support Astrid.
Thank you very much for being here, y'all, and joining me. But before we get into the speedrun, I do want to know what outfit I'm going to be wearing. So can we know what we're going to be dressed as to do this run?
Well, it looks like we are going to be Cakehead.
Perfect. I love having a cake on my head. That is wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this category, this game is New Game Plus, no tutorial. There's a couple reasons why this is the way that the category works. One of them is that save data in this game is really weird, and it basically is just the game without the first level. And on New Game Plus, which allows us to do a bunch of other things, which we'll get into later. But first, we're going to go ahead and start the run, and the run will begin after I count down here, pressing any key to continue, which will be in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go!
Vamos!
So I'm just going to explain how this first chapter works here, because this starts off with a really, really cool skip right at the beginning. We're going to skip basically the whole level. We're going to get some height on this tipped over barrel that you can hardly see. We're going to get some height on that, teleport on this, and then we're going to teleport to the door. And while we're in the air, we're going to get the code to the door wrong, which launches us into the air. And from there, we can navigate in the sky all the way to the end of the level, and that's the first level. Done.
Good puppy.
That was the voice of her, my wonderful, incredible compatriot, sweetpeebs, who's going to be doing the voice of her. This level doesn't have any speed tech as far as like out of bounds and skips and stuff. So we actually have to just play it normally and as proficiently as we can. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to throw it on over to bigscared. What's going on in this game, just in general?
Yeah, Ruiner is a really interesting story. We take the place of a unnamed protagonist that is simply referred to as Puppy by her. It takes place in a dystopian cyberpunk city where a corporate gang controls everything. Their leader at the very top of the top of the top is simply named Boss. So as you can tell, people think really long and hard about their names here. In the tutorial stage that we didn't actually play, we were activated and then immediately mind controlled by someone called Wizard. And Wizard is just one of the many smaller gang leaders. He has a little power, but he wants more. And Wizard is trying to utilize us to kill the boss. But before he was able to deploy us and fully implement us as a weapon, we were hijacked again and hacked by her. And because we trust her implicitly, we believe her when she says where Wizard is and how to get there and the means by which we can get our revenge for erasing our past. Because she's definitely our friend, right?
Absolutely. She would never do anything wrong to me.
Never,
I trust
ever.
her.
I do think it's worth noting, since we have a little time to talk about it now, that the general rule for this speedrun will be the floor is lava. That's not the case for this particular stage, but this stage does showcase some of the more mundane combat. New Game Plus is extremely difficult, and so we're going to be avoiding this as much as possible throughout the run. There's a wide variety of really cool skips and out of bounds that we'll be explaining when the time comes. But we'll also be seeing some of the more nuanced combat mechanics, the way the melee works versus ranged attacks with the other weapons. There's like 4 or 5 different guns Astrid will be picking up throughout the run. And then there's other skills like prop drops and shields that you'll see her use throughout the run as well.
Do you mind if I hop in for a second?
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that I've got a $10 dono from Satan herself who says, Astrid, I'm so proud of you for getting Ruiner into Fatales, and I want to see my favorite horror girl hacking some cats. So much love from the Binary Breakers, Fatales, the Clock Tower, and the Lady Arcaders too. I just want to remind everybody, please get those donos in for the Hack the Cats incentive. We are getting there. We're at 28%. We are at $737 out of the 22,500 we need. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time with my numbers there. But come on, everybody, we can get that.
Thank you. As was mentioned by Big Scared earlier, this is pretty much most of the combat you're going to see in this game is what's on this level. At times, you can see her come in with messages. You'll see her face appear on the screen, kind of overlaid. And she'll come in and say things like how good you're doing in combat, like killer combo and stuff like that. But also, we'll say things like good puppy. But we also have a sweetpeebs for that too, which is the best.
Good puppy.
This run definitely has the potential to showcase everything, especially if you meet that cat incentive too. Because we've got puppies, we're gonna maybe see some really cool cats, we're gonna maybe get a tour of the city along the way. So I really hope we can meet that incentive.
You know what?
So this is the last big fight of this level. So yeah, we got time for donations and updates and such.
Not a problem. I have a $50 dono from Night Flyer who says, pet the cats in all caps. And I'm thinking, I don't know, we're working for her, right? So why don't we get a $5 good for her train in chat? We can get that dono train going. We can get that Hack the Cats incentive. I really, really need to see that, everyone. We need that at the end of this run.
Whew. These guys are spawning very slowly, and it makes me sad. It makes the combat a little easier, but they're taking their time coming out, that's for sure.
Yeah, the double-edged sword of the slower enemy spawns means that while the combat is more manageable, Astrid is less able to make friends, which is a very valuable skill to have, not just in life, but in this run specifically. One of the abilities that she has unlocked throughout her preparation for this New Game Plus run is effectively a mind jack. And so for the lesser enemies on the map, she will be able to bond with them in a very meaningful way that will make them very protective of her. They're powerful allies. Not all of our friends in the battlefield can be utilized in such a way, but we're going to be taking advantage of that throughout the run.
There is a headhunter boss fight at the end of this level, and he is the only headhunter boss that you will actually see in this run, because we're actually going to be skipping the rest of them through our just speedrunning of the game. So this is him here, Donvius. And yeah, we are going to do our best to just stay in his face and not allow him to get away, which is unfortunate because he is being really mean right now.
Can I pop in for a second? I don't want to. We just got a huge bump up in that incentive. We are now almost 50% of the way there, everybody. We're
Let's go.
Right? Oh my goodness.
Incredible.
That was a $500 dono from Cool Maddie, which says, I just want to say how incredibly proud I am of the entire Frame Fatales team over the years. The amount of growth they have had over the past several years has been incredibly impactful for the entire community. It has demonstrated that women and femmes are gamers too and have earned all of that they achieved through their incredible hard work. I also want to mention that the Frame Fatales Discord is one of the most open, safe, and welcoming places on the internet for women and femmes. They take the safety of that place so seriously that even GDQ staff who are men are not permitted to access most of the Discord. If you're interested, be sure to join them. In closing, I can't wait to see the future of this event. Keep on kicking butt, and if you love Frame Fatales, give us your favorite faith emote. Want to see those faith pops in chat?
There he goes. Thank you so much for that, Dono. I think that was the boost that I needed to defeat Donvius there. Take that, Donvius. You dead. And after that fight is going to be the end of the level right there.
Good puppy.
Thank you, her.
Good for her.
Good for her, indeed.
Good for me.
This now is coming up the first of the main boss fights. There's 3 main boss fights, and this one is Nerve. Nerve has a little mechanic with what Big Scared mentioned earlier, which is making friends. The friends can actually, whenever you get the friends, I have the friendometer leveled up as high as it can be, which means that they get a little bit of a damage boost when they are my friends. And so if I can get friends to fight the bosses, they can do a lot of damage to them. And so much damage, in fact, that it's more than I can do in a single phase. So they can actually lower his health to such a degree that it skips phases of the boss fight against him. And that's pretty cool. Yeah, they're doing a great job against him right now.
They're putting in so much work.
Yeah, they are. And actually, normally on any other difficulty, you do not have enemies that you also fight against Nerve. So this is exclusive to this difficulty. And that's the Nerve fight. There he goes.
Brilliantly executed.
Thank you. Nerve was the last thing standing between us and Wizard, so we're just going to, with his dying breath, he gives us his really cool sword, which is what we're picking up right now. As you can see, it's very cool. And that will be the end of the level right there.
Good puppy.
Thank you. So flashing lights warning coming up because... what do you want me to do to Wizard? Now that I have him.
What?
Should I hack his brain?
That jerk hacked your brain and tried to get away. Time to give him a taste of his own medicine. Jack me in, puppy. Let's see how he likes it when someone crawls their way into his thoughts.
Yes, ma'am.
Good puppy.
That was, flashing lights warning is over now, but that was us hacking into Wizard's brain. What information did we learn, Big Scared?
Yeah, we just acquired a mass of information, more than we anticipated here, and her now knows basically the entire scope of the crime syndicate and who all of the other bosses are in town, which means we have a new friend to go see. His name is King. King is a very cool and fun gang leader that transports brainwashed bodies for people who want to buy them. And he has our brother. So, of course, now that we know that we have a brother and where he is and who has him, we have to go and get revenge. This is definitely going to be the last time we do this, right?
Oh, yeah. All right, so now that we have a mission objective, we're going to get on our motorcycle and try to save our brother because we know where he's at. Let's go get him.
Yeah, we definitely know where he is and how to save him. Never mind these guys.
Yeah, whatever. These guys are whatever.
No, they're our friends. It's fine.
Exactly. This is the last level that we have to do any combat on. Well, actually, we're going to play most of this level in the beginning, and then we're going to skip the end of it, which actually skips one of the hardest boss fights in the whole game. So that'll be fun. First, I'm just going to make friends with everyone who comes off this ship. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my friendship.
Can I tell your friends awesome little thing?
Awesome. Yes, please.
We just hit 30K.
Let's go.
Oh, heck yes, chat. Y'all
Incredible.
Are awesome. Fantastic. Let's keep that going. Let's keep those donos coming in. Let's keep everything going so we can pet those cats. I mean, hack those cats. We're hacking cats. We're not petting them.
All right, so this fight is going to be the last fight we do on this level before we basically skip the rest of it. So it's going to be a mixture of trying to make some friends and trying to avoid our friends as well, because if we get shot by our friends, like I said, that double damage, it works on us too. That is double damage plus the fact that this is on the hardest difficulty, so they're already doing more damage. Some of the guns will actually just one-hit kill me on this difficulty. So I want to, they may be my friends, but social distancing, as it's been called. We just want to keep a little bit of space between us and them while we do our respective fights. A note to how good the soundtrack is in this game, because it's one of my favorites in all of gaming. If you like industrial and witch house, it's an incredible OST.
Yeah, this entire soundtrack was done by an artist named Sidewalks and Skeletons, and they are a solo musician project. Phenomenal work on this game. And every boss fight, every encounter has a track that really captures the tension of the difficulty of this game. Astrid's playing it so well with such intensely leveled skills that it makes it look really easy, even though it's not. I can confirm that this game is not at all an easy experience. And so I feel like this ambiance really, really conveys that and does it justice.
All right, I'm gonna stand over here while I wait for orange non-friends to come out. So occasionally you'll see these enemies that are wrapped in orange. Orange people do not want to be my friends under any circumstances. So it is a little bit unfortunate. But that is the way it works, and I have to respect their choices.
Mind if I hop in with a dono?
Go ahead.
I have $5 from Holly, who says, always love watching Astrid's runs. Let's pet those cats. Also, peeps, come merge with me. And I think that we can maybe get those cats petted or packed or petted, whichever one. We are 53% of the way there. We are so close, everybody. We have just over $1,000 remaining on that incentive. Come on, everybody, we can get it. We need to hack those cats.
And that's the end of the level as we just fly across the canyon.
Good puppy.
That was
Thank
so
you.
well executed. That might have been the smoothest I've ever seen you do that. That was so well done.
Well, thank you. So now we are on to this level, which is Hansa Assembly. This is the... If anything goes wrong in the speedrun, it's going to go wrong here. This has the hardest skip in the game. It is incredibly difficult to set up. It is incredibly difficult to pull off. It is so precise. But it features a lot of what speedrun tech is going to look like going forward in the run. So I'm going to throw it over to Big Scare to talk about what's happening.
Yeah, so we're going to be using a strategy known as the supply bump. One of the skills that Astrid has spent a lot of time leveling up is the Karma Box. Essentially what it does is you summon one, it drops down into the level, and if you open it up, it gives you these little treats, maybe a weapon, maybe some bullets, and it spices up your playthrough. But the way we're going to be using it is to gain verticality on the level in order to get onto the various ledges that are not intended to be used for platforming, at which point she's going to overdrive and dash across the voids to different parts of the map. This allows her to skip huge chunks of the level and go effectively straight to the end of it. The catch here is that there are a lot of invisible walls because these are not meant to be traversed. And so she has to navigate a maze that she has memorized through trial and error while not getting knocked off of any of these tiny little platforms, while navigating it in this very claustrophobic, isometric third-person style. And she's making it look effortless. It blows my mind every time.
Good for her.
Oh, I almost made a terrible mistake.
Here comes
It's fine.
the elevator.
Okay.
Is so good.
Whoa.
All right. And that is skipping almost the whole level. We just have to do this fight here. And this fight is against the Triad Assassins. They're pretty tough. They're like the introduction to the first really tough normal enemies in the game. And yeah, we're just going to do this fight for a while, and I just have to focus on it. So for this fight, we have plenty of time for donos and updates.
Well, that is fantastic because we have our first ticket on that $10 dono train from Xing saying, good for her.
Nice.
I also have a $25 dono from Anonymous that says that $500 donation got me to stop being a scaredy cat and donate. Hack those heckin' cats. You're all the best. And just remember, everybody, you can always put stuff in as an anonymous. You don't have to put in a comment. You can do whatever you want. All of your donations go towards the Malala Fund, which is a fantastic, fantastic organization we are working with. You have some time for some more donos?
Yeah, you got time for more.
Gorgeous. I also have a $50 dono from Hawkeye Rio, which says, wow. I'm doing my best on my cat impression there because we really need to get those cats headed or hacked or both. I also have a $5 dono from Lilo Ollie, which says, my cat Artemis and Caro are unhackable, but let's hack those cats. I don't know, maybe we can hack them. I think Astrid is powerful enough to hack them just through this marathon. But y'all really need to get your donos in for that Hack the Cats incentive. I really need to see this. I gotta see these cats get hacked.
Oh, my goodness. They are having these little battles off the screen, and I hate when they do that. I also kind of love when they do that because that means that the fighting is not involving me. The issue with this fight is that it's a long fight, so I'm playing like extra careful because if you lose the fight, you have to do the whole thing over, and that hurts. So we did it though. That is the exit door opening up. And that means that this is the end of the level.
Good puppy.
Thanks, ma'am.
You're welcome. Your brother needs you.
My brother can count on me. All right, we are now at Hansa Cargo, and this is a pretty fun level. I really like speedrunning this level. It's tricky, but it's pretty fun. So first, I thought I said do that. We're gonna lower a supply box so that we can once again try to climb up, get on this box, and use that height that we have gained to start traveling. And I'm gonna throw it to Big Scared because I have to focus.
Yeah, so unlike the last level, this one is fun because the path, while it's specific, is really reliable. There isn't a lot of dudes that are gonna try to knock you off of your trajectory. It's just a straight shot down this one hallway. But the catch is you have to stay off the floor. Because if you get on the floor, more enemies will spawn, and thus the cycle continues. And so we're gonna spend as little time on the floor as we can and just navigate around this little maze until eventually we get to the end of the stage. Now, of course, my favorite part is jumping onto these containers. It's so cool every time.
Yeah, and then we're just gonna fly over most of the level here till we get to the end of this elevator, and we just need to do a little bit more of that. More floors lava right at the end of this elevator ride here. So we got time for some donos.
Perfect, because I just got a $100 dono from Anonymous. Thank you so much, Anonymous, who says, pet hack those kitties. Love all the cat-related games. That means that they're all infected with a cat-loving parasite, right? Fine by me. And as somebody who also runs a cat-related game, I'm down for that. I think that works.
I guess the real question is, are we going to be hacking the cats, or have they already hacked us?
In Ruiner, that's a very real question. All right. So far, so good. These last folks kind of scare me here. But there we go. We found our brother. Hooray!
Hooray! There he is! We saved him! Oh, wait.
Well, we have been flashbanged, and now there is this ship taking our brother away. Well, this is unfortunate. So, yeah, Hansa Cargo not going according to plan. But we learn that the next target we need to get is King.
Good puppy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Puppy. Don't play nice.
I won't. Don't you worry. All right. So, this is going to be another instance of trying to pop up with our... Oh, I missed it a little bit. So the thing about this little drop, the supply drop, is this one is... All of them are like pixel perfect drops. I took screenshots when I was learning this run to figure out exactly where they needed to go. Because there is an exactness to it of where they have to land so that they actually take you up there. There we go. We got it that time. All right. And this one, we're going to fly over the level for the most part, and then take 2 elevator rides to the end. Am I doing a good job, her?
Good puppy.
Thank you. Oh, and yeah, we just have this one elevator up here, and then that's going to end the level and take us to King's Lair, where we will do the King boss fight.
I think this is my favorite boss fight in the game.
It's a pretty good one. All right. First thing that starts with the boss fight, though, is we have to run from King. And, yeah, this run is a little bit scary. I'm gonna just focus real quick.
Yeah. So Astrid has a skill called Overdrive, completely leveled up, which allows her to boost dash at a pace that is very quick. That makes the sequence go faster, but it also makes the sequence really, really risky because the task is to simply run away from King while he's shooting at you while you're running down this long corridor of explosives. And so when he doesn't hit you, it's very likely that he's going to explode something. And so you need to move decisively without getting stuck on anything. And so while speed is key, precision is more important for that part. But luckily, she traversed it effectively, and we are in what I like to refer to as the blender. We're gonna get between these turbines and just do a bunch of spinnies, and we're gonna shake up King's world a bit, and he's gonna come down off his pedestal, and we're just gonna deal with him. If Astrid gets lucky, this should only take 2 cycles. If he's a little spicier, it could take longer. This fight is usually pretty quick, but it can get a little weird, and she did it phenomenally. Great job.
All right, another flashing lights warning real quick, because we are once again going to hack into King's brain. Right?
I'll find
her?
where he put him.
All right, here comes the hack. Flashing lights and everything. You know, when her looks at me with those eyes, I can't help but feeling like she's definitely doing good and not evil at all.
I really appreciate all of the trust you've put in me, Astrid. I hope we have a long, fruitful relationship.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
All right, let's go.
All right, so real quick, we're gonna go pop down here and see mechanics. He's gonna help us deal with King, because King is our friend now. Even though he says he definitely doesn't want to be and doesn't want to be helping us or doing anything like that, her is persuasive.
The cool thing about him being a bestie is that he knows where our brother is.
Yes.
Now move it, puppy.
Yes.
Speaking of things we know, Ophelia, it sounds like you know something.
I was just hoping to remind everybody that we really were only about halfway through that Hack the Cats incentive, and we're also about halfway through the run, y'all. We really need to get those cats hacked.
Let's get them.
Let's get those
We
cats.
want those cats. All right, so this is going to be one of my favorite out-of-bounds sections here. We took the cargo bump to get some height so we can stand on the edge of this elevator. Take it down a ways so that there's going to be no obstructions in our way. And once we know that there will be nothing in our way, we're just going to go and fly all the way to the end.
Yum.
Now, this flight is really scary. A lot of the clues that Astrid is using to navigate are just environmental clues, shapes in the smoke in the abyss. And so I didn't want to cut in and explain because I know that that one in particular is so spicy to execute. So great work.
Thank you. Did I do good, her?
Good puppy. Now let's go.
Thank you, ma'am. I will. All right, we're going to stand on this stack of bodies. Oh, I almost got it. This one's always a little bit tricky because trying to get the right stance on that stack of bodies to just get the the box to curl us in and raise us up can be a little bit tricky. The game doesn't want you to be able to do this, so it rejects you attempting it. Yeah, that one wasn't very good. Once again, it's all about trying to get it in the exact right place that you need to. And it is like a pixel perfect thing, but sometimes this one just is mean in particular. This is always one of those, like, you either get it on the first try or you don't kind of thing, but we'll get it. It's just being a little bit stubborn for the fatales. We got it. And down we go.
Listen, that supply drop just knows that we needed a few extra moments to get that money to get the cat.
It's true.
It's just more marathon. It's more fatales.
Puppies, please donate so we can hack the cats.
We need to hack those cats, chat. You heard her? You heard her. We need it. I also have 2 $50 donos from Anonymous, and I'm going to interpret those as tickets for the Good For Her train. So let's get a few more tickets on that Good For Her train, chat. We've got to get that Hack the Cats incentive going.
That would be perfect. And that's the end of that level.
Good puppy.
Thank you. All right. So King died on that level. What a shame. But it's okay. Honestly, he died helping her. So whether it was, against his will or not, that's a noble way to die. You know what I mean?
His sacrifice will be remembered in her legacy.
Yes, exactly. So this is going to be another really big out of bounds moment here. We got a little bit of height to get on a box and used that height to go a little bit out of bounds on some other boxes. And I messed this up. I realized it just a little bit too late. That's okay though. I actually don't mind doing that one again because I did it so fast. We got that little bit of height, and from that, we can go out of bounds and go all the way to the end of this level as well. Normally, I don't even get it on the first try, and you get punished with a cutscene when you don't get it on the first try. So that's essentially what happened there, because I bet I can get it on the first try again. I did. Oh, I'm so good at this game. Okay, let me just do that again. Now y'all can see it twice. That's premium marathon running right there.
The fun part about these out-of-bounds skips is even if you have to attempt them more than once, they are still so much faster than legitimately playing through the levels that it is worth it to make multiple attempts, regardless of marathon safety, It's just, it is simply faster to do it.
Indeed. That's it.
Good puppies donate.
There you go.
That they do. I also have a $50 dono from Helen Sorbet who says, gotta hack 'em all. We do. We gotta hack all them cats. Everyone, you hear her? She's saying we have to get there. Please get your donos in for chat. We're less than $1,000 towards that hacking the cats incentive. Please, everyone, we gotta get it going.
Now, I want to assure everyone that just because there's a creature on claws, with claws on the screen, this is not the cat. This is our heavy cyborg, because of course a dystopia has a heavy cyborg. This is a recurring high-level, they're not like a boss, but they're not like a regular enemy either. They're in that weird transitory state. And so they will be the big gun that our actual bosses will pull out later in the game. So keep that guy in the back of your mind. We'll see him again a couple times.
Yeah. But first, we're going to do what I believe is Big Scared's favorite trick of the game.
It is. It's so cool.
Oop. A little bit too close, I think. Yeah, this should do it. Go ahead and explain the skip if you like, Big Scared.
Yeah, this is the double supply jump, right?
Yep.
So what we're doing is we're dropping the first supply box in a position in order to get Astrid on a very tiny sliver of a corner of this built-in box. And then she's gonna drop another supply box where she's standing and use that to get even more height to get on a plane that is far, far above the level. To do that is incredibly tricky. She's gonna rebind her keys once we're up here, and then we're gonna put the dash on the mouse wheel, and we're gonna Baja Blast across this infinite void. We're not gonna do it so fast that we run out of boost though. So this is a paced sort of sprint. This is not a dash. This is an endurance run, and this is a completely blind flight every time. She's looking for ambient differences in the fog, in the lighting, in the piping around her to make it to the end of the level, and that was immaculate. Landed right on your Akira motorcycle. That was so good.
Thank you. That is the end of this level.
Do a slide for me, puppy.
Oh.
You got it, ma'am.
Also, I have a $5 dono from an anonymous puppy. Do you have anything to say to them?
Hello, puppy. You're a very good puppy. Thank you for the donation.
All right, I'm going to set my controls back now. And I'm also going to do a drop right here for a weapon that makes the final boss fight go better. It is the fight against the Six Sisters.
Yes, I love them. Well, the King boss fight is my favorite fight. These might be my favorite antagonists of the game. The Six Sisters are truly special.
All right, here they come. And also my favorite boss fight music in video games. Just in video games.
Take them down!
Can we get
Yes,
some
ma'am.
faith and or jam emotes in chat to boost Astrid's power here? She's gonna need it to fuel her shield.
And chat, we're gonna need your donos to fuel that hacking the cats. We are less than $1,000 towards it. We've got $951 left on that. 61% of the way there, y'all. Please give your power to Astrid and give your donos to Malala Fund, getting us to hacking them cats.
All right, that's the checkpoint in the fight. And now we just have to go further. This is the only boss fight that has a checkpoint in it. Because, yeah, it's a tough one.
Now, you might be wondering what exactly we're fighting here. The Six Sisters are two of what are known as angels. They are beings that are hardwired into the machinery here in order to produce leadership, combat expertise, etc. Whatever you glean from putting a mind and machine together. I'm going to let your cyberpunk dystopia put that together yourself. But they are not happy with the fact that we are trying to take our brother. They're very protective of him. They're not very soft or demure in this moment. And so we have to deal with that. We have to save our brother at all costs. He's right there in that pod.
That was close.
That was really close. And yet,
there we go. All right. I love when the game glitches and it leaves one of them alive. It's my favorite. Anywho, let's go deal with this. So we did it. We got our brother. Well, sweetpeebs, her.
The boss.
What's happened?
Well, the boss thought I was working for him, but I work for no one. You have wasted every gang leader on your way here just as the boss wanted. And now you're gonna waste the boss just like I wanted. No one will be left to rule this city except for me. Farewell, puppy. And if you survive this, meet me where heaven falls.
Well, that's... Yeah. Don't worry. I'm still doing it for her. What this fight is a big old gauntlet of enemies. The time goes down. If that timer ever goes down, it means that I die, but that timer's not going to go down. Every time I kill an enemy, I get 5 seconds added to it. And I'm pretty confident that we've got this. There will be 2 heavy cyborgs in this fight. The second one, the moment that I kill him, that is time. I will be sure to call it, but time is coming up right at the end of this fight. Until then, this is the last chance for donations, and Ophelia, let them know what's up.
Everyone, we are close. We gotta get those donos in. I've got $5 from a hackable cat that goes meow, meow. I also have a $25 dono from PJ that says, "Wow, I'm a cat. I was informed there's an incentive to get pets. I found this $25 in my human's purse. Where can I get those pets?" You know what? Let's get everybody's pets donos. I think that'll get us in. Come on, everybody. We can do this.
You got plenty of time for reading off any donations if you got any.
Not a problem. I'm gonna keep pushing. I really need
keep pushing.
I really want to see those cats get petted, hacked. Either or, both of those options is really great. I have a $25 dono from CC that says, "Chat, let me set the scene for you. Astrid the Horror Girl, Big Scared, sweetpeebs, an NPC that calls us puppy, and sassy cats. You don't want to miss out, so donate." And you heard Cece. Get those donos in. Get those cats petted. We can do it. We can do it, everyone. We are so close.
Got time. Still got time.
Not a problem. I have a $5 dono from Peach, who I believe might be talking to her. And it says, "Ma'am, you have reduced chat and Discord to a puddle." And I got to agree. Her is good for her. I also
Good
have
for her.
I also have a $5 anonymous donation that just says choo-choo. And come on, everybody, let's get those choo-choos in. Let's get a good for her $5 dono train in. Let's get that last little bit met towards hacking those cats.
I came back for a second to say, choo-choo, puppies. Goodbye again.
Okay, we're here. Okay. So after these folks here is going to be the first cyborg. And from the first cyborg, remember, we have to kill 2. And once we get the second, that is going to be timed. So the first one is coming up. There you are.
Come on, chat. We are 62% of the way there. We only need $950 some odd dollars. We are so close. Everyone, we can get it in.
And don't forget, if we do meet that incentive, it will also result in us getting a nice little tour of Bangkok City while we locate the cats to hack them. So if you're curious about more of the city, more of the people in it, this is a great way to get a sense of the broader Ruiner experience in a way that most runs will never show you.
Did you hear that? We don't get to see this in a normal run. Come on, everybody. We gotta get this.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's unfortunate. I got a little bit of a glitch there, but it's no problem because I'm actually like just really good at video games.
It's true. I heard that somewhere.
So I think this wave, there you guys are. Okay, and there's the second cyborg, so time is coming up. And slime. There it is.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And there is one last thing to do. And there is a choice right at the end of this game here, whether you will kill the boss and leave the city in a power vacuum, or whether you will download the boss's brain and therefore give the city to her. We're the Frame Fatales. I think you know what choice we're making. Flashing lights a little bit. Just so y'all know, the final little bit of this game, this has been Ruiner. I hope that y'all enjoyed and appreciated it. I had a great time.
Astrid, where can we find you?
Oh, well, you can find me, AstridTheHorrorGirl, at twitch.tv/AstridTheHorrorGirl. I play horror games, and I speedrun horror games, and yeah, I had a great time. I also, of course, want to give my commentary some things to say, shout themselves out, and then I've got a few things to say about the community in the game and stuff.
Awesome. I'm bigscared. It's been an honor to once again serve as your comm buddy for Ruiner. Thank you for having me. Folks in the audience will see me again later on for Linear C's run of Resident Evil 2 Remake. So stay tuned for that.
And hi, I'm Sweetpeebs. I was subsumed by the spirit of her during this run somehow. It's very weird how that happened. I am actually going to be doing a showcase of Number One Fan, the first episode of the Alan Wake 2 Night Springs DLC next week, next Thursday at Lady Arcader's Attract Mode. So come hang out.
Thank you very much, both of you, for being on my commentary team. Last things that I want to say before this all ends and such. Ruiner is a very important game to me. It means a lot to me. My girlfriend, Puzzle, I dedicate all my runs to her, all of my world records to her. She's fantastic, and she's the reason that I even found this game and started playing it. Because for Samirska and Sidewalks and Skeletons and Memotone and people who worked on the sounds of this game, the music of this game, and the instruments, the ambience, everything that put this together on a sonic level has always meant so much to me as well. And that was how I found that this game existed, was being an appreciator of audio engineering and sound design. And that led me to knowing that this game existed, but it was my girlfriend that led me to being like, no, Astrid, you should play this game. And then I fell in love with it, and it's great. Highly recommend it to people who want to try it or speedrun it. We're not a big community, but we would love to get more folks in. And to everyone who donated during the run, I appreciate all of you. And to everyone who enjoyed what it felt like to be a puppy commanded by her, I understand. Y'all are terrific. Thank you for having me.